What is going on, everybody? I am trying a new series today called 5 Things That You Didn't Know You Needed in Runescape 3. So, me, being a player who quits every now and again and takes, months, sometimes a year to come back, and I miss out on a lot of updates and a lot of items that I didn't get to know were in the game and viable. So, there are 5 items for PVM today you didn't know you needed. First item is the Ancient Elven Ritual Shard, which actually like the Excalibur of Prayer. Restores 37% of your total prayer points over 30 seconds, and it has a 5-minute cooldown, so every time you use Excalibur, boom, you can pop an Ancient Elven Ritual Crystal. I believe they're about 18 mil on the GE, which is not a bad price. 18.6 they're sitting at right now. That's really not bad. And you can also get them from a drop from Bile Blooms. I believe that's what they're called. No, Grove Creatures. Creatures of the Grove. That's what it is that you get them from. The Grove Creatures, and you get them from Solek. But you can just buy one off the GE for 18 mil, and it is an awesome item for PVM. I never go anywhere without it. Just click it, it activates, and you restore some prayer. Great item, no one ever talks about it. I didn't even know it existed up until fairly recently. Now another item is incense sticks. I didn't know that they had added this to fire making, but you can make these using fire making. You usually use herbs, ashes, and a certain type of log. It's a process to make them, but you can also buy them on the GE. They're fairly expensive, but not too bad, 19k each. Problem is alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click and overload it, which will put it to its maximum level. Otherwise you have to wait for it to get stronger over time. So you're gonna overload it. It'll cost you 6, and then you can click up to 5 more times to get yourself up to 60 minutes of whatever effect it may be. There are a lot of good effects that you can get from these, like this one. Each potency level provides a 30-second increase to the duration of potions timers, and it honestly is really good. My overloads last me 8 minutes. Let me take one out of the bank and actually show you guys that my overload lasts over 6 minutes. Actually a really good thing. Or over, it lasts 7 minutes, almost 8, pretty much 8. Which is a huge increase in time for your potions. I feel like that's worth it, especially if you use expensive potions like me. And then Spirit Weed Sticks, each potency level provides a 10% increase to familiar summoning spell points recovery, so you can use your familiar special attack more often, which is huge. That can increase your DPS big, especially if you're using a Ripper Demon or one of the new familiars. And on the Quaman set sticks, each potency level provides a 2.5% increase to weapon poison damage. So if you're like me, you use weapon poison everywhere you can, especially things like Telos, and it is yet again another nice DPS increase. And I had no idea that this was even in the game. Another thing, number 3, is rings. So everyone knows that you can have a look at the Dwarves, Ring of Death, Asylum Surgeon's Ring, of course. But what I didn't know was that you can imbue your Ring of Death. You could overcharge Ring of Death as well, which just basically increases the amount of charges it holds. But you can imbue it, which increases its stats. I believe it's 2 points in each, and you can increase the stats of. Well, let me show you the list. Let me let this guy do the talking for me. So you can imbue your Ring of Fortune, which you would never do. Luck of the Dwarves, which is decent. Hazelmere's Signet Ring, if you got the money, if you're a baller like that. Ring of Death, and Asylum Surgeon's Ring. Now, I know raids is a lot to take in, and a lot of people don't do raids, but if you do, it is something that is totally worth getting into. Imbuing your rings, upgrading them. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was potions. There are a lot of new potions in the game since the 20 Herbivore update. There are all these power bursts, and quite a few of them are pretty good. They all act on the timer of your adrenaline pot, so you are sacrificing to have it, but you can use your adrenaline pot slot. Instead of using it for an adrenaline pot, you can use it for a power burst of vitality, which I feel like is what most people do, where you double your life points for 6 seconds, which is very good. But you can also drink the power burst of acceleration. Now, something that I recently learned was like at Angel of Death, you can use it to get out of ice prisons. So you sip it, and you can just surge infinitely until the potion runs out, which is actually really, really freaking cool. I mean, who doesn't want to surge around like a maniac, you know? And you can literally surge through buildings, you can surge through almost anything, and it is fantastic, and they're really fun too. Another potion that I've gotten into drinking recently is Super Gothic Sprue Flasks. Now, you can see my adrenaline is on cooldown, but I can still drink this. Oh, wait a second. Power Burst does not count as an adrenaline pot cooldown anymore. I didn't know that. Scratch everything I was just saying. You can drink an adrenaline pot as well. And now these potions give you 15% adrenaline over time, which isn't great. And it provides immunity to poison, whatever. But once you do already drink your adrenaline pot, you can actually use these as heals. It heals 650 health. And you take no stat reduction, which I think is a really huge bonus. And it's something that's nice that you can have that's a little bit extra. And those are probably going to be the 5 items in this video. Honorable mention to, wow, I can't think. Vulnerability bombs. Vulnerability bombs were another potion that was added that I think were really needed for PM. And, you know, if you guys want to see more content like this, more items that you didn't know you needed in RuneScape, let me know in the comments down below, and I will definitely make more content like this. See you guys in the next one. Peace.